What's up, my name's TechNobo here for Troubleshoot and welcome back to another Cyberpunk 2077 video. In this one, I'll be showing you how to install a specific kind of mod from the Nexusmods Cyberpunk 2077 page, or of course a bunch of other places, and you can even create your own. In this, we're not going to be looking at engine tweaks or anything to improve your FPS, but we're going to look into something called Reshade that a lot of people on here are suggesting. They basically say improve lighting, color preset pack, etc, and there's tons and tons of these things on the website. This week alone, there were 205 new entries to the Cyberpunk 2077 modding page, and quite a few of them are in fact just Reshade mods, as you can see here. I'll be opening a couple of these to show you exactly how you can download these mods and set them up for yourself. So I've opened up a couple of these Reshade packs. They usually have something to do with colors and lighting. Usually there's a couple of screenshots that show you exactly what they do. While this effect may be subtle, it should have a minimal impact on FPS, but it could have a really strong impact on gameplay, depending on what kind of look you're going for. A lot of these add noise, or just simply crank up the contrast, crank up the saturation, etc. And with all of these, they are fully customizable using Reshade. If you've ever used it for any other game, you know exactly what it is. So first of all, let's go ahead and download a bunch of presets off of the Nexusmods page, not sponsored, or wherever you'd like to collect them. This is just purely as an example to show you exactly what you need to do to get this working. Whenever you find a pack that you like, simply click Download Manual, then scroll down and you'll be taken to the Files page. In here, you'll usually have one or two downloads to choose from. Simply just click one of them and click Download. I'll download a few here just to give you examples of how exactly you install each one and use them. As you can see, I must be logged into download files, so I'll simply log in first. Then I'll click slow download, as I'm not too phased about having to wait a couple of minutes for these to finish downloading. They're all relatively small anyways. So there we go, we started 4 downloads and they should be completing pretty quickly. What I'll do is I'll make a new folder on my desktop and I'll put all of the downloaded files into here. You of course don't need to do this, I'm just doing this for the video. What I'll do next is select all of the zips and 7-zip files that I downloaded off the website. For this, I have 7-zip installed, which you'll need to open 7Z archives. It can also open zips, RARs, and a whole bunch more. Simply select all of your files that you downloaded, hover over 7-zip, and then click extract to / if you've got multiple ones of these. Now, of course, you don't have to use 7-zip, you can use WinZip or anything else, as long as it can open them and you can see the contents of the files. Inside of this one, we just have a whole bunch of INI files. These are all presets for Reshade. If we have a look inside of this folder, we have a Reshade setup, an image saying enable NVIDIA Sharpen 100%, which will just apply some extra sharpening on top of Reshade, a dxgi.dll file, and a Reshade shaders folder. We don't need to worry about this too much. We have another one in here and a couple of .ini files. And in here, the same thing, and exactly the same inside of this folder over here. So in 3 of the 4 files that I downloaded, they all have this Reshade shaders folder, as well as a bunch of files in this home directory here. The only one that didn't was this one down here, Immersive Lighting and Colors, that only has .ini files. So before we get into any of these Reshade mods, what we need to do is download and install Reshade. Simply head across to reshade.me, which will be linked in the description down below. This is the official Reshade website, and it works with multiple games, not just Cyberpunk. Simply click download on the main page, it'll scroll down and then click download once again. Then a .exe will download. All we have to do is click to open it, and we'll see this here. All you have to do is click this top button, click here to select a game and manage its Reshade installation. As you can see, it's searching for games and applications on your PC, but if this is taking too long, you can simply click browse and then navigate manually across to where Cyberpunk is installed. So in my case, I'd go to eGames, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, followed by Cyberpunk 2077. Then I'll open up the bin folder, x64, and then I'll double click on Cyberpunk 2077.exe. Then you'll see this here. Which rendering API does Cyberpunk 2077 use? Simply click Direct3D 10, 11, 12. Then when we see this window over here, instead of going ahead and clicking everything separately, click uncheck all in the bottom left and then check all when the button gets replaced. The only one you'll want to uncheck is this one at the very bottom, Legacy Standard Effects. Only select this when using old presets. I'll unselect this one as it may interact with newer presets and of course effects. This way we make sure that we're downloading all of the effects that we could possibly use in game that a lot of these mods will use. Then you'll see a simple selection screen like this. All we have to do here is click OK, or once again, close out of the Reshade setup window and navigate across to where our game is installed. I'll simply open up a new file browser with Start and E, and I'll find it. Now that we're back in the Cyberpunk folder, I'll open up bin x64 and we're back here. This time, you can see that there's a Reshade shaders folder. If we were to start up the game as is, you'll see something a little bit different when it actually starts up. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. In the top left, we have a Reshade pop-up and we can press home to start the tutorial. Simply clicking home will open up a new window here where we can click continue to navigate through the tutorial to see how to use the software. Otherwise, we can simply click skip tutorial if you know what you're doing. I'd recommend going through the crash course at least. I can simply just hit home once again to bring up the screen here. Inside of here, we can start toggling effects by simply just clicking on them. When we do it, you should see quite a noticeable difference. And when you have one of these selected, you should see at the very bottom that we have a bunch of options that we can customize for this. Effects go from subtle to really noticeable really quickly. And if you'd like, there's a performance mode in the bottom right. When you enable this, you're no longer able to customize settings, you can only turn them on and off. If I uncheck it, we can go back to customizing and then click performance once again. At the top, we have settings for more in-depth settings of Reshade, statistics, log, about, and a D3D12 debug window if you're curious. Now, for most of these mods, we don't actually need to restart the game, we simply just need to edit the game folder. When we edit files, all we have to do here is simply click reload in the bottom left to reload our config, or we can choose a preset from the very top by clicking this text here. We'll simply be adding these .ini files, which are these preset files. So let's start with this immersive lighting pack as it only has ini files inside of it. Let's go ahead and take one of these files here, say one immersive lighting normal. We'll drag and drop it across into the same directory that the game is running from to make life easier. Otherwise, you can navigate here inside of the in-game file browser. I think that adding it to the game's directory should be a bit easier as you can get to it rather easily when you find the game. Tabbing back into the game, hitting home, choose it from the drop-down at the very top, say immersive lighting colder. I'll click select. Simply by changing between multiple ini files, you'll see changes in the game. I'll simply go ahead and add the rest of these files just to show you a bit of the effect. Simply changing between them, clicking select should show you exactly what's changing. Now, of course, not too much is changing with a simple effect like this. Let's go have a look at the other files. So to install these other mods, what we're going to have to do is close out of the game first, as we'll be replacing files such as these ones over here. Let's start off with one over here that just has a folder and these ini files. Simply select everything here, navigate across to your Cyberpunk folder, and simply drag and drop them across, replacing files that are here. By doing this, you'll basically be installing the mod. The one that we just installed now was all natural enhancements, so let's fire up the game and choose that preset. In the bottom right, we can see a watermark, but I'm pretty sure it'll either vanish or we can turn it off in the options menu. Hitting home, we see a couple of effects are already selected, and we have all natural enhancements selected at the very top, which was defined inside of the reshade.ini file that we placed in our folder. As you can see, the intro video is already affected and the main menu is a lot darker than usual. Loading into the game, you maybe won't notice the difference, but by simply hitting F8, you toggle on and off the effect in its entirety. So you can really see the difference that it makes in the game. While it's not huge, it is quite a bit of a difference, and we can customize it to be exactly what we want in this menu. Because we chose a whole bunch of effects, we can add basically as many as we want to do basically anything, and we have full customization of absolutely everything at the very bottom. So you can make this game look literally exactly how you want, and if you wanted to, there's even a LUT effect somewhere in here. Let's quickly search for it, that you can apply your own LUTs to from custom LUT files. So it's pretty cool. We can simply change in between these ini files, selecting basically any effects that we want and presets. It's that simple. Now for the final type of download that we got, the one with a DLL file inside of it. For this one, simply select everything except for maybe the Reshade installer and a preview JPEG as such. Basically all you need are DLL files, ini files, and the Reshade shaders folder. Now as you can see, I've got file extensions turned on. This is a very important thing to have. To turn this on, click View at the very top and then click File Name Extensions. As you can see, the shade.ini.txt has two file extensions. This should just be .ini. So I'll edit it, remove .text at the very end, and then click Yes. Now this file will be loaded properly inside of Reshade, and we can use it. So I'll select everything, DLL files, ini files, and folders, except for anything else, drag and drop them across into the installation directory once again, replace files, and the next time you fire up the game, you can simply just choose the preset, the shade, or whatever it is. But anyways, That's about it for this video. Hopefully you found something useful in it. This video should be general enough to work with basically every kind of Reshade plugin for Cyberpunk 2077. If you'd like to see me do more specific guides on anything else, make sure to leave requests down in the comments below. My name's been TechNobo here for Troubleshoot. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!